Wait, where's Where's Spicer? Wait, what? Wait, Hmm?
I see the crystal raindrops fall, and the beauty of it all is when the sun comes shining through to make those rainbows in my mind. When I think of you sometime, and I want to spend some time with you, just the two of us. We can make it if we try, just the two of us. Just the two of us, building castles in the sky, just the two of us, you and I. We look for love, no time for tears. Wasted water's all that is, and it don't make no flowers grow. Good things might come to those who wait, but not for those who wait too late. We gotta go for all we know. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Building them castles in the sky. Just the two of us. You and I. I hear the crystal raindrops fall on the window down the hall, and it becomes the morning dew. And darling, when the morning comes and I see the morning sun, I want to be the one with you. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Just the two of us, building big castles way on high. Just the two of us, you and I. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Let's get it together, baby. Just the two of us. Just the two of us.
Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God. I don't know, but today seems kinda odd. No barking from the dog, no small. And mama cooked the breakfast with no hog. I got my grub on, but didn't pig out. Finally got a call from a girl I wanna dig out. Hooked it up for later as I hit the dope. Thinking, will I live another 24? I gotta go, cause cause I got me a drop top. And if I hit the switch, I can make the ass drop. Had to stop at a red light, looking in my mirror, not a jacker in sight. And everything is alright. I got a beat from Kim, and she could do it all night. Called up the homies and I'm asking y'all, which part are y'all playing basketball? Get me on the court and I'm troubled. Last week messed around and got a triple-double. Freaking brothers every way like MJ. I can't believe today was a good day. Drove to the pad and hit the showers. Didn't even get no static from the cowards. Cause just yesterday them fools tried to blast me. Saw the police and they rolled right past me. No flexing, didn't even look in a brother's direction as I ran the intersection. Went to Show Dog's house, they was watching Yo MTV raps. What's the haps on the craps? Shake 'em up, shake 'em up, shake 'em up, shake 'em. Roll 'em in a circle of homies and watch me break 'em with a 7, 7-11, 7-11, 7 even back door Little Joe. I picked up the cash flow. Then we played bones, and I'm yelling domino. Plus nobody I know got killed in South Central LA. Today was a good day. Left my homie's house paid. Picked up a girl, been trying to dig since the 12th grade. It's ironic, I had the boo, she had the chronic. The Lakers beat the Supersonics. Felt on the big fat fanny, pulled out the jammy and killed the poo nanny. And my Jimmy runs deep, so deep, so deep, put her butt to sleep. Woke her up around 1, she didn't hesitate to call Ice Cube the Top Gun. Drove her to the pad and I'm coasting. Took another sip of the potion, hit the 3-wheel motion. I was glad everything had worked out. Dropped the bird off and then chirped out. Today was like one of those 5 dreams. Didn't even see a berry flashing those high beams. No helicopter looking for the murder. 2 in the morning got the fat burger. Even saw the lights of the Goodyear blimp, and it read Ice Cube's a pimp. Drunk as hell, but no throwing up. Halfway home, and my page is still blowing up. Today I didn't even have to use my 8K. I gotta say it was a good day. Hold up, Pooh, stop this, man. I don't know what I'm thinking about.
searching for a light. There's darkness all around, and you're nowhere to be found. Falling out of the sky like a flash, sending me high, high, high. You rescue me, you save me from a self-tragedy.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another race, but it's the important race because today is the finals. I am joined here by one of that's he's been a recent on the stream, and it is my boy CM Racing. So me and CM will be your commentators today. We will have a few guests coming along, just to have a little chat. But here is what you're having today. It's me and CM. So, hello, mate. How are you?
I'm good. Plus, with this new microphone I got for you guys, you can now hear me more cleaner than in the last streams I was.
Yep, an absolute CMW, common CMW right there. So we got a big one up here. It's the finals. I know we already know Leicester, the big boy, big main man has won it, but we still have a lot to come in the constructors and a few spots to be filled up in the drivers as
Constructors, of
well.
course, done too. So Constructors already done too, of course, with Stratos being the World Constructor Champion. But we have still a few fights here for the positions behind them, like my team versus Gil- Gardella and Vortex. They are all separated by just like 7 points, and they are fighting for the fourth position. So we can hope to have still a midfield slash backfield battle between the three teams which had championship wins in the past as other teams.
Sorry, just telling this bozo to go away. But yes, yeah, there is Stratos and Leicester. Those big boys. They don't even have to come and race today. That's why I don't think we have any of them here, or most of them here. But which is kind of a bozo move. But we do have a few here. That is good. But yeah, they have obviously just taken this championship by the hands. If Ruben was here, I'm sure he would be the drivers' championship. But Ruben is an absolute bozo. Same as Meg. Meg is also a bozo, as he is ruining the line at the front of it. I'm sorry, but it
Yeah,
is just what it is. When we're going, apparently. Yeah,
it looks like.
we're going, and this is qualifying for the spring finals already happening. We have 900 seconds on the clock, 15 minutes and of action here for you guys. And we already have a few in the barrier and a few going backwards on the track, so it's already off to a beautiful start. Let me just check if I've got my sound right, and I have. Let me just turn up CM. Anyways, but yes, it. Yes, we're already off
I think that's
to a good start. Someone completed. Just wait. I'm trying to check something.
so. So I think there was a bit of confusion. Two drivers were already somehow at the start-finish line, and three drivers are still in a pit lane by some reason. No, I think two only. One is standing at the mechanic, and the other one directly next to the vortex box, which looks like it's Play Games, who's standing next to the vortex box. We don't know if he's going to move sometime, but he's meanwhile standing still. As standing still is the driver of Stratos Jack, of course at the KF1 mechanic box. I don't know what he's doing, but I he might wait for the rain, which was announced to appear soon.
Yeah, we didn't also have that much practice in the rain, as we do see some clouds start to form, and it is definitely a bit of a grey wall that we're seeing right now. But it could clear up anytime soon. They did say only 20 minutes of a possible light shower, which we don't know what that means. We don't know what's going to happen just soon. So anything, but we do know we have a bit of wet weather coming up, which could be interesting. We haven't had, like I said, we haven't had any practice, but yeah, it would be interesting for a wet weather race, and I'm sure it will change some leaderboard positions. Definitely. But yeah, we're heading into this with some goofier people on the track, and a big point deficit in the championship. But it's the finals. Let's at least try to see the midfield start to clear up, which we have seen the midfield in the races this whole season, been the whole show, been a big show. So let's see how that will translate to the championship. But yeah, at least obviously clearing that up, and he is here today and getting a 43 already. So that's pretty nice.
Mhm.
Oh crap.
I mean, no, the people are finishing the first lap and the second lap, and we are, of course, seeing that Leafstar is again very strong in qualifying. But, like, of course, you mentioned already, this is like a very rare change of rain because we had never had a rain race in this season. So this will be a very, I think, actionful race to look who's going to be the winner of the last race. And while I said it, Losca Coco 2 from Gatella just went right behind Leafstar.
Yeah, so it's going to be an interesting 60 minutes or so around this track, but yeah, still's a lot to come. We don't know what's going to happen just at the moment. Whether it's not very predictable, as we see someone thinking it's anti-clockwise. Um, but yeah, it's very unpredictable. You know, we don't know what's going to happen just yet, but we do know is that we're going to have pretty action-packed race here,
And
hopefully for you guys.
if you already speak about action, Utah is meanwhile leading at the qualifying in front of Tim. Leafstar has still the same time, and his last time was just a little bit slower over 1 second. But it's now surprising to see not Leafstar again at the front right now, as we can remember at like round 2, where Leafstar and Ruben fought it again for the first position in qualifying, and then Rob did it actually. I mean, we might have another sensational pole setter directly at the last race of spring season.
Yeah, Utah obviously being a pretty strong driver. A new face to KF1 this season, and he's already looking out to have pretty good career here. Um, Topping the times, being up with the big boys like Leafster, same as Sway 19. I forgot how to say his name, but that's what we're gonna call him today. Him putting up now a little lapid to get into pole position. He's definitely also looking like to be a pretty big contender from what I see. For for yeah for a career, but anything can happen. Utah still does have the personal best of the 43, while the rest of the field does have 42s. Well, the front of the pack. So we'll see what happens. We know he can crack out 43s. Maybe he can crack out a 42 today, but we know the others definitely, if they're on their toes, can crack out a 42. So we'll see what happens. A few changes in the leaderboard now. Turvsey, another young face that has absolutely dominated the front of the field here. Turvsey pops up with a 43.379, popping up to second place, followed by Deadly Tim and Leicester. And as I say that, Leicester popping up with a 42.812. That's a pretty good time there. He's inching closer to his personal best
But you need to be
every lap.
careful because SVE has a purple sector 1. He might get a purple sector 3 if he's going to be a bit faster, but it looks like he messed it up and yeah, hasn't a better time like his last one.
Yeah, definitely has not improved, but Leicester putting up a 42.8 806 or something 812. Will be a hard one to beat, but we will find out in the meantime. And Rob not satisfying our expectations. He's all the way down in 11th when I would definitely think he would be up closer. Um, he also said to me he was he thought he mastered this track, but he's all the way down there. I'm sure he will end up
If you of
coming
course remember,
up,
yeah, if
coming
you
up on
remember
us.
now race 2, yeah. So if you remember race 2, of course like I already mentioned, there was Rob at the pole position as surprisingly. And it was, of course, that track where he did the pole position this season. And now, with sadly being not able to keep it up, I mean, he might get a surprise to us in the next minutes. We don't know it yet. But what I see about surprises is that Leafstar hasn't crossed the sector 1 after his best lap. So it looks like he might crash somewhere. And meanwhile, the other drivers are trying to improve, but it looks like we are going to stay like this at the meanwhile.
Yeah, right now it's not looking. Yeah, right now it's looking pretty good for Leafs at the moment. No one being able to improve. No one being able to being improved right now. No one's got into the 42s yet. Only Leafs has cracked into that field. So I think we might have a Leafs pole position here. But there's still a lot of time to go. Still a lot. Um,
Okay, so I see Leafstar. Leafstar is at turn 1 and standing at the opposite way. I don't know what happened there, but yeah, he's speaking about something.
yeah, let's go tune into chat to see what he said.
Oh, oh, he said that he is not going to make another lap because he know he can't. So it might be the last lap he did in qualifying. So we might see him on pole with this lap at 42.812, but we shouldn't say it as soon as that because it can change any time. So Leafstar, please do not stand like this. You can't be sure about it.
Yeah, at least maybe at least have tried it, but he is I don't know how to say this, but just gonna retire from the session. Maybe he'll keep with the poll, but we will see. I know we can do better. But that's his decision. No one's cracked into the 42s. 42s yet? No one has been improving. We have seen some fast sectors like Fortress just putting in a fastest sector 2, and same as Deadly Tim, fastest sector 1. And Leafs are fastest sector 3. He decided to stop going. Um, but yeah. Cracking in with the 42.812, that's going to be at the end of his qualifying. But he'll definitely still keep that time. Um, I don't know if the time is fixed, but is it?
It might. No, it isn't fixed yet. So I can tell you 240 seconds left on the clock, which are actually a bit more of the timing, I guess. But at the meanwhile, we see just yellow sectors. So there might not any improvement anymore. But of course, as we already mentioned, the rain might approach, so the timings will be a bit slower in the race, as we can guess, and maybe some of the back markers or at the middle field might be faster than Leafstar, and Leafstar could fall down, but we should better let us surprise ourselves at the race once the qualified is done. Oh, and that is rain in 10 minutes. So it
Oh
will
no.
appear rain. Yeah, so we can get an actual rain race in this season. The first rain race in the season and the last one, of course. And I don't know how many races we had in a full time in KF1, but in spring it is the first and only rain race. And even if Leafs is already the world champion, he might seek for another win. But if he's going to mess it up, this might not looking good for him, because the rain, as we know, it's really slippery. But we hope for the drivers, for every driver, even for Leafstar, that they might not spin so much, so they still all got a chance to win or getting into the top three.
Um, yeah, totally forgot what was I was going to speak about. But yeah, we almost just a minute and a half left, around a minute and a half left in this session, and the drivers are on their toes trying to put in something. Meg's popping up with a P5, and Rob 14th, only getting 44s. What is happening here? Just keeping a little tab on him. Play games also with a 44. Not what we expected. And XT Spicer just cracking into the 43s. Um, a few drivers not going as fast as they wanted. It could be from lag issues or because they're just not feeling it today. But currently, it's looking like Leafs might actually keep this pole as we are almost heading into 1 minute left of qualifying. All right now, drivers will be on their best. Will be drivers will try to go on their best times, pull out their best tricks, do anything they can to get in a good lap time. If it's from cutting people off, blocking people, or just hitting barriers, they're gonna try it now. The last final laps is coming down. We got 30 seconds left. A few fastest sectors being pulled around of Tennessee, Utah, or those red. I don't know.
So we are
What?
now getting ready. The last 10 seconds are going to appear now. let's see who's going to still cross the line to get a last lap. And it looks like 3, 2, 1, and the qualifying is over now. The last qualifying has ended. Let's see who's going to cross the line now.
Yeah, we
And
look.
it looks like that leaves are staying because nobody has a green sector anymore. So it looks like Leafstar is going to stay on pole in front of SVE and Turf C, which are finishing the top 3. Then Utah, Mac, Tim, Blay, Forteras, Kai, Players, Spicer, Luska Coco, Lies, Jack, Rob, Legit, Lazy, and Lord, which is finishing at the last place.
So that is confirmed. Leafster on pole position, and he's fought for that. Fought for this one today, and he does get. He's on pole for the race, and it's gonna be we know it's gonna be a wet weather one. So let's see what's gonna happen. Hopefully we can have an action fit field race, and it's gonna be heavy rain. That's being confirmed
Oh,
by
this is not
ABA.
good. This is not good.
We had a 5 minute break and heavy rain coming up. We will be quickly cutting to a little short break, but thank you for watching this qualifying. I ask you to leave a please. We ask you to leave a like, subscribe it, as it helps us pump out these live streams, and also check out the socials in the description. It would be greatly appreciated. But thank you so much for being with us for qualifying, and we hope you have a pretty good 5 minute break. But there it is confirmed, ladies and gentlemen. Leafstar is on your pole position.
I mean, we say that.
Okay, we're back because
But Emma, let's. Yeah.
Rob wants to be doing interviews. So
Yeah, I think Emma, leave you two guys making the interview. Emma, be right back.
so Rob, not the best qualifying for you. What happened out
Yeah,
there?
let's not talk about it. Um, I honestly don't know. I just couldn't find the pace. I always kept messing up, and I don't know. Just yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah, so yeah, so there a bit of drama with you and with you and Meg. What's happening over there?
Well, I don't know, but he's calling me slow boy, saying that I'm not the driver one material and stuff. So yeah, basically just trash talk. But I don't know. I guess he's just mad because he's in driver one.
Yeah, a bit mad, but he has to stay mad because that's life. And we all know people who disrespect my hubby boo don't get an interview, so we won't be seeing Meg here today. But yeah, what are you looking for the race?
Meg
What do
forward
you think
slash
you can get
Pablo said I
there?
didn't. Meg forward slash
I think
Pablo
I'll
said I
do great
didn't.
in the race, mainly because my pace has
Meg
been
forward slash Pablo
race
said bro.
pace has been improving a lot recently.
Yeah. So what are we aiming for in this race? So what positions?
I guess top 7, mainly like in the points.
Top 7. All right, that sounds good. So you want
Yeah,
some late points, or so,
yeah,
some
just in
points
the
coming
points.
into uh coming into the next race. Let me get thing into here. But thank you so much for being on this. I hope good luck for
Wait,
the
wait,
race.
wait, 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 wait. I'm gonna sing. On the floor, get up on the floor, dancing to the break of dawn. Get up on the floor, dancing to the break of dawn. Get up on the floor, dancing.
Dancing
Till
is
the
what I
time I hear you
do.
on my
Oh my
mind.
god,
I
I
don't
messed it
know
up.
why, yeah, but the feeling is
Cry.
fine. Won't you see,
See,
honey?
say one of me.
Oh, with you
Oh,
and love
baby, is a
to me.
candy.
Dancing in the moonlight.
Dancing is
Dancing
under
in
the
the
stars so
starlight.
light.
Following you until the sunrise. Sleeping until the midnight. Get up
Dancing
on the
on my
floor,
bone,
dancing
dancing
all
with
night
my
long.
nose,
Get up
and
on the
my
floor,
bone,
dancing to
dancing
the break
in the
of
kiss
dawn.
of,
Get up
and
on the
by my
floor,
phone,
dancing to the
dancing
break
in
of
the kiss
dawn.
of,
Get up
and by
on the
my
floor,
phone,
dancing.
dancing,
And this is
dancing
what you
all
do.
night,
Dancing
dancing.
what we go through.
Dancing,
Dancing
dancing
what we
to get
shall
my
do.
phone,
Dancing
dancing
like
to
that
get
we
my
go.
soul,
What
dancing
we do.
to
Dancing
dancing
like
to
we go
get
30
through.
seconds,
to,
Dancing
guys.
what
dancing
we
to
shall
get my
do.
soul,
Dancing
dancing
like
to
that
get
we
my
know.
home.
Every time
Yeah,
I
that's
look
so.
in your eyes.
I
My
20
say, sing it to
seconds.
the
that is why
midnight.
I
Can't
love.
you
I
see?
don't know.
Oh,
I
it's
know dancing
in
that
Guys,
is I
10
can
seconds. We
do.
are
me.
going to race soon.
Oh,
Get on the
my
floor,
phone.
dancing
Dancing
all night long.
alone.
Get
And
on
bottom
the
up
floor,
though.
dancing
Dancing
the
it
Rob,
break
like
of
I
dawn.
no.
Rob, you
Get
shouldn't
Dancing
be
on the
fast
right.
now. It's
floor,
race now.
dancing
Dancing
the break
like
of
I
dawn.
know.
Get
Then
on
bottom
the
up
floor,
though.
dancing,
Dancing.
dancing is
This is
what
what
you
I
do.
do. That's
Dancing, dancing
what
for
I
you.
do.
Dancing
That's
for
it.
the
That's
Guys,
soul.
it.
Dancing
That's
what
it.
we know.
Go.
guys,
That's
Dancing
they
is
are
what
lining
you
up on
do.
grid
it.
now.
That's
Dancing what we know.
it.
Dancing
That's
what we
it. My
know.
soul.
Via,
Dancing
That's
like that
they
we
are
it.
lining up
know.
now on
Get
grid.
on the
You
floor,
know. It's
dancing all night long.
it.
Get
It's
on
bottom
the
up
floor,
go.
dancing
Dancing
the
could
break
make
of dawn.
me go.
Get
And
on
bottom
the
up
floor,
phone.
dancing
Dancing
the
could
break
make
of
me
dawn.
go.
Get
And
on the
bottom up
floor,
phone.
dancing.
Dancing.
Get
Guys,
on the floor, dancing
Dancing
the break of dawn.
guys,
Get
the
on the
grid is
floor,
now.
dancing the break of dawn. Get on the floor, dancing the
Dancing to
break
make
of
it
dawn.
go.
Get
And
Via,
on
they
bottom
the
are
up
lining
floor,
up
though.
now.
dancing.
Hello,
Dancing.
hello.
That
They
was
are
your
Guys,
lining
hot.
up now.
That is your hot new single for Rob on the Fresh Radio. But make sure to tune in to 1.55
give
FM for
me
the top hottest hits. But thank you, Rob, for singing that beautiful song. Thank you for being here. Good luck on the race, and we hope to see
kick me
you
from the VC.
get P1. Thank
I
you.
have room card. Kick me from the VC.
I can't. I just muted him, so I can't hear. Anyways, we're almost here, so we're gonna cut to a quick race intro, as we always do. And I'm sorry if you're gonna see anything. I'm still working on the video aspects of it, but yep. If I can pull it up. Never mind. I don't think I ever posted it. Fuck. Anyways, we're almost here. I forgot to press F1. Sorry for the goofier stuff. No race intro. I guess we get no race intro because my bozo forgot to set it up and also make sure it looks good on the stream. So I guess we get no race intro, but we do get an exciting race up for you today. Oh my god, brother. This is a bozo. This is a bozo official no cap. But I'm going to unmute. Well, lights out and away we go, and here we are for the KF1 round 5 finals, and already that's Utah with a beautiful start in P1, followed by Leafster just coming in. I could not see this, but this is absolutely beautiful. What we're seeing, it's close. People are making mistakes. Who will turn out in first? And Deadly Tim looking like he will be a better contender. We come into the hairpin, and Deadly Tim falls down. Never mind. Oh, and there's a few spins. A few people have hit the barrier, and a few spins have happened there in just that one corner. Some mistakes after mistakes in these
And
wet
Leafstar, I think
conditions.
Leafstar has two. Leafstar has two make a mistake in the last turn. Yeah, it looks like, yeah. Leafstar did in the last turn a mistake too, ran too right into the barrier, and is now P10 with no SVE leading the race in front of Blay. That is Tim, Mac, Spicer, Turfsy, Fortress, Luska, Utah, of course Leafton and P10, Rob directly behind him with Jack, Kai, Lacey, Players, Legit, Lice and Lord finishing the last 18.
And P138P1, the other media guy, you're not doing. Maybe I might let you do post race interview, but you are commentating because you wanted to, and so get home so you can do it. Anyways, we're here. We're here. Play Games is looking like he's in the lead. You to right behind. Can he maybe come up with an overtake? But no. You two and Play Games get overtaken by the rest of the field. Who's gonna come out up in first place? Let's go. It's Meg. Meg's currently leading. Can he keep onto this lead? Will he be able to? We're coming into the hairpin right now. A person just blatantly cut the corner there. I'm missing everything at the moment, but we're going to cross the line. Who will come up at top to Play Games, followed by Turvsy, Loco, Meg, and Utah. And Rob coming up in P6, starting almost all the way at the back of the pack. And Sway19 having a bad start right now in P11. But Turfsy is currently leading, followed right behind Play Games. Can Play Games overtake? Maybe pull over and overtake, but no.
Be careful, Leafstar's joining the battle. Leafstar's joining the battle.
So Leafster just popping up saying, "Can I maybe have a piece of that? Let me try this," because now he's racing. Now he's racing. I believe that is Turfsy for P1, and Leafster winning that battle as we cross the line. Yeah.
Oh, Tim is falling way down to 12. There was something wrong with Tim.
So right now, here, Lisa is actually doing some defending beautiful at the moment. Excuse my stroke in the middle of my sentences, but here we are. Lisa's doing pretty well, and I think this is a time where he is at the point of the race let's just go chill. Let's just race and try to get as far away from Turfsy as I can, and as he's doing that right now, he's just at the Max Verstappen stage. So if he can make no mistakes in this rain, then
Oh,
yeah,
the track will be damp in 5 minutes, so we are going to change to tries again. So
yeah.
that means this is a wet dry race then. So it will be a bit more grippy in the next minutes. This is actually an interesting race now because we are changing again from the wet tire to the dry tires. So that means they all have to make a pit stop.
Yeah, so now it comes in who's gonna do you pit early and maybe try to have an advantage of all the other people that have to pit late or pit late and maybe that oh damp is wet. Isn't damp like a less version of
Oh, so for the one who want to know what stamp means, it will go from wet to dry. I think that was is what Avia meant. So I'm not sure if he maybe spoke too soon about something and thought it will go from dry to wet, but it looks like Leafstar just leapt someone from the back of the field. It looks like it's Lord Eggbean, so this will be the first overlapped guy in the race. And that with not the way done already.
yeah Leafs are just being
Oh,
able to get in the position.
Turfsy fell down, and so does Mac. So it will be a very interesting race behind Leafstar, but now we are here, of course, with a question when the pit stops are here. What will happen? Because as we see, they have to stop the car at the mechanic box and they need to change tires as quick as possible so that they don't like like getting down or something because as I already saw many times also in the endurance race there was someone like exiting the car, but the car rolled down out of the mechanic box, and that wasted a lot of seconds. So they drivers have to be careful that they exactly stay with the cart, not that the cart is rolling away from them, and that of course nobody will losing so much seconds that they might like Leafstar maybe going to let the first position away to someone else.
Yeah. As we see also Rob coming into the pack, trying to trying to come back from what was a sloppy qualifying. But Leafster, I think he's just gonna try to maybe come back from this and just drive away, like he always does. But like I said, there might be a bit of strategy involved with this, but we don't know just at this moment as we see Leafster just lapping all the field at the moment. But yeah, we still this. It's unclear if it's going to be a strategy component if the track is going to start to come dry. But that like Javier said, it's going to be damp, which is not as wet. It's getting to dry. I think that's what he's trying to say. But yeah, I think we might have maybe switch the drives, but I hope, but I don't think just at the moment. We're at 11 out of 18 laps. Lee start crossing the line, and he's making a 7-second gap from Terzi as they just cross by on our screen right now. Rob in P3. He's having a beautiful comeback, really.
Yeah,
Come
I mean myself, the one who did pole position in the second round at the same track now has instead of better qualified than race, has now it's
Ooh.
directly other way around, bad qualified but good race. So it will look like Rob has his main power in the rain, but we have to be careful because they are going to pit, of course, like it was said, and we will look who's going to pit first and if the pit stop will be successful, or if it's everyone at the
Yeah,
same lap. So
yeah.
I
So
can think,
honestly,
yeah.
it just goes down to their strategies, right? So I think
Okay.
Leicester's
Oh,
Leicester's making a really big gap there, and Rob, he's trying to make a big comeback.
So we're joined by our homie P31678 slash hit slash password or that happy turkey. And he's a big homie and also on the media team. And he's decided to pop in today.
oh,
As
leaves the
because
crash
he
into the
just get
barrier.
oh
Leaves the crash into the barrier.
oh
He just turned too soon and crashed into the
That
barrier.
is
He just
that is
lost
a big
time.
crash.
No, Leafsa, what are you doing?
but it doesn't really
No, he.
matter. He's lost some time, but it looks like he's still flying. He still is flying.
He,
As
he, he seems
look at the screen.
he seems to be still he seems to have that motivation.
As we see
Of
this
course, he
little
And
had a
guy
bit too
about
much
to DNF.
motivation, so that he turned a bit too soon. This is really difficult for Leafsa. And now let's look how big the gap is. Okay, so he just
it
did a
seems to
bit.
be seven
Yeah.
seconds.
Yeah, so from 10 seconds to 7 seconds. But yeah, it looks like that he gained, of course, again his time, but it, I mean, the field is actually complete in a very different way. But now we have to wait until it's getting damp for the first pit stop. Is Leafster actually going to pit when he's right in front of the pit lane, or is he going to miss it at any lap? We don't know, but it's looking like 3 laps left, and the damp hasn't appeared yet.
Yeah, but I don't damn track, so we're
Oh,
gonna stay in
there it is.
wet.
Damp trap, stay in vets. Oh, so no pit stop allowed. They have to stay into the they don't are allowed to pit to dry tires. They do have to drive in the wet tires. Oh, this will be a very hard race now because the grip level will be very bad.
Yeah, it's coming to the end of the race, and pit lane is closed. So no one's allowed to pit at the moment. No, we're gonna stay in the wet,
Yep.
and it's gonna be super hard to drive around in these conditions. So we'll see what happens. I'm sure Leafs will
I
be
think
able to get around it.
I meanwhile
yeah,
at the pit entry, so I can look who's trying to pit or not. And meanwhile, everyone is staying out, so they have learned the lesson and are all staying out on the dry tire, on the wet tires in the dry. But so yeah, a few are spinning in the curbs, but it's looking like nobody's going actually to pit, like it was mentioned. So they are actually hearing on the race direction.
Yeah, Rob taking the
yeah.
biggest hit from this, coming all the way down the P5 from the dampening of the track. But we're heading around almost for the
Oh,
final
Turfsy
time
4
next
seconds
lap.
away. It looks like Turfsy
And
might get. Oh, this is getting really intense now because Leafstar lost some time again somehow to Turfsy. Maybe he did a mistake again. Oh, Turfsy did a really right mistake. Just lost some time in turn 5, I guess. But
it
yeah,
seems like the Leaf is under a lot of pressure.
yeah. Leaf is under pressure from Turfsy, who just came closer. But as we look at the leaderboard, the real battle is for P3 with Loska, Play Games, and Rob, who are deciding who's going to be the last one to get a trophy. I mean, this is again a very hard race. Oh! Turfsy just fell down the gap. And now Play, Loska, and Rob are fighting for P2. This is actually now a very hard race.
So, this is a very very hard race, as we can see. Dovzy's dropped down to 6, and I think Tim is fighting for P6 with Dovzy, if I can see.
So, Leafstar is in the last sector. Leafstar in the last sector. and
Yep.
now he's going to sweep down to the last three
But
corners.
Lisa,
And you know what you have to say?
Lisa comes
And
and
he's
he
waving.
crosses the line and he wins. He wraps it up
But
for the
who's second?
finals.
Who's second? Who
For the
will be second?
finals,
Oh, play game second. And Rob is
Rob
P3.
P3!
Rob,
Rob
Rob has made a
P3!
big comeback. Tim is P6.
This
Duffy
is the
gone down to
first
8.
podium for my team again. This is the first podium for my team again.
Let's go,
This is
Hobby!
very. Now we can see Stratos, if I'm not wrong, World Constructors Championship.
Yeah, so it was already official at the last race because the points were already so much, and Gillard might not have a chance anymore. But now it might be more official. But now
Yeah,
no, now I have to really say the second place is Gardella,
is
third is CM, fourth is
quite
Gardella, fifth is CM. So P2 to P5 is the GCM family. So
so it's quite surprising actually because Tim was really fighting for P2, but then it looks like Tim lost his confidence somewhere.
yeah, but I'm still surprised because, of course, the team I and TTP did
But
together.
Diddley Tim is he P2 in constructors or
It
or
it
drivers
might
championship?
I'm not sure, but I'm still surprised that the that factory, me and TTP have found that did in the last race P2, P3, P4, and P5 with two different teams. This is really
Oh,
crazy. Yeah, me and TTP did GCM, and Gardella is a part
so
of the GCM family.
so
So
I'm
it's
hearing right now
yeah,
because Players was finished Players finished like further from Tim. It seems like Tim has won P2 in the World Drivers Championship. So it looks like a Stratos 1-2 here for World Driver Championship. And considering this is Stratos' first season, I think that is a very good achievement.
Yeah, but we're gonna quickly switch to a. We're gonna quickly have a little break for the podium, but we will be right back to you for the podium celebrations. Thank you for watching this beautiful, intense race at the end. But we're gonna we're gonna quickly have a little break. Make sure to check the socials in the description.
Make
Thank you so much. But yes. So here we are for the podium celebration. Boom, 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 if I can get my music up. But yes, here we are for third place for Very Hard, coming from all the way from the back of the field. He tried his best and surprisingly got up into third. If Aviate can announce him and teleport him real quick, oh yes, for P3, we have Rob. I love you, Hubby Boo. But now for P2. For P2, also very hardly fought. He was also from the back of the grid. And it's Play Games with a beautiful P2 finish. Next up, P1. He sadly isn't here, but we have someone filling in for his place. He ended up fighting for this from pole, and it was no problem from him. He flew like Max Verstappen, and every lap was so consistent. It's Leafster. Again and again, he has showed that Ruben is not on top. He's on top. He can win races, and he can keep his P1 positions and stay the world champion. But here is your podium, guys. Take your photos, and as they're gonna take their trophies out. Again, that's P1 Leafster, P2 Play Games, and P3 Rob. For World Drivers' Championship for Spring 2023. It's Leafster winning the World Drivers' Championship. Now it's time for the thing we always wait for. It is
the Boodle!
The Bootles!
Ball time!
But that is it. Thank you for joining us, Summer. But before we leave, we have our guest back again for another little interview. Welcome, Rob. How are you today? Why have you muted?
Oh my goodness.
All right, speak.
I really didn't expect that 15th to P3.
Yeah, that absolutely insane. No one ever expected that. You went from the back of the field all the way up for a podium. into
Yeah,
P3.
that's
It was
This is what a summer champion looks like, of course.
yes.
yes.
um. Uh. Yeah, you fought super hard in the end. What was happening there?
I mean, in my scream, I was always P2, but I guess Singapore had other thoughts. But yeah, respect to play games. Of course, he's a good driver. Really good skill. Had a tight battle actually. It was pretty good, but he made a mistake in the last corner. Uh, Still, it wasn't enough for me to beat him, even though on my screen I was like a second ahead. But as I said, Singapore had other thoughts.
Yeah, Singapore can sometimes be a bit of a show low. Um, a bit of a show's lows, Albozo. But yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, the lag didn't get to you today.
Uh, there was a bit of a lag, but it wasn't that big, so
It was, of
thankfully.
course, surprising that you just went from out of the top 10 to straight to the podium. This was a really, really interesting battle for the viewers and for us because we, of course, saw other peoples like SVE and Turfsea, which are not GCM or Gardella, which were fighting with Leafstar for the win, and then you guys with from the GCM and from Gardella came here and made a P2, P3, P2, P4, and P5 finish. I mean, literally, as much as I know, all teams are at their dead last position, and now we just went up for a podium celebration.
Yeah, it's completely insane how we got to this. How you guys got to this point, and finishing the day off with well deserved podium celebration there. Great for the team, and great for everyone down there. But let's go. So any final
Oh,
thoughts there,
also, I got some news.
Procot?
Lister
P3?
misunderstood P3. He will join Procard in autumn.
Autumn, huh?
Oh,
Yeah, he Lister thought Stratos was getting sold, but yeah, he
ah,
understood misunderstood P3. So yeah.
uh, yeah, and
That
obviously Gillard is getting sold for Procard, and he might thought it was Stratos, but of course it's Gillard which will be getting hopefully Procard. But the auction will still going to start soon, so we're going to see if Brocard is actually going to join or not. But of course, I try my
So,
best for you, Rob, to buy the team
Yep.
for you.
Yeah.
so CM was saying something in main chat the other day about Gardella doing something exciting next season. CM, you know, add on that.
As much as I can tell, the as amazing thing is just a livery, but I'm not going to tell you how it will be looking. But as much TTP showed me it's actually sick, not gonna lie.
And you heard the words from the man himself. It is sick. I am not going to lie. A gangster right there. But yeah, Rob, great on the finish. Any words you have to say about Procart? Anything that we might see if it does get if it does get bought?
Wait, can you say that again? I was listening.
Come on, Rob. anything we're gonna
I
any,
was not listening.
anything we're gonna see from
From what? From what?
anything we're gonna see from Procart in the later days if it does get bought.
Oh, multiple constructors champions in the team. VDC winners, obviously. Leafster, Turkey players, deadly team. Um, everyone who can drive good. Yes.
Yeah, but thank
So
you.
half of them was Vortex and half of them was Stratos.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you for joining the and talking with us now. But we're gonna have to finish up just soon. But please like, sub, check out the socials down below. It does help. It does keep us from doing these live streams. But guys, any final goodbyes?
Um, I would say that it was of course
Yeah, I
nice
think I
to.
just
So I would say it were three great races where I was commentating with you guys. So I hope to commentate with you this summer season too in every single race because I'm of course available at the time, and I hope to, of course, to entertain you all with not only my voice and the stuff, but also with everything I'm going to see at the races and qualified. Plus update
yeah,
with news and all that stuff.
and I also want to see basically Leafster like probably a 2022 Max Verstappen in the autumn season, and that would be something KF1 has not seen before because he's like one of the two-time world champion, and that
The
is
only one right now.
very
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, anything you guys want to add on?
Is
Yes.
that
I'm
we
fine.
love you
I have.
all.
Oh, wait. Barbara has
I have.
still
I have.
something to say.
Elmek for talking shit.
L Meg, you've heard that. L Bozo Meg for talking to my hubby boo like that. But thank you guys for joining up. We're gonna say goodbye, but we hope to see you in June. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, we'll see you in June.
July.
Thank you guys.
Yep,
July.
June,
July.
July, whatever it is. Thank you
July.
and goodbye.
Yes.
Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God. I don't know, but today seems kinda odd. No barking from the dog, no small. And mama cooked the breakfast with no hog. I got my grub on, but didn't pig out. Finally got a call from a girl I wanna dig out. Hooked it up for later as I hit the dope. Thinking, will I live another 24? I gotta go, cause I got me a drop top. And if I hit the switch, I can make the ass drop. Had to stop at a red light, looking in my mirror, not a jacker in sight. out the jammy and killed the poo nanny. And my Jimmy runs deep, so deep, so deep, put her butt to sleep. Woke her up and killed one. She didn't hesitate to call Ice Cube.